So in this video I will be comparing the NZG Hitachi 1000K demolition excavators in 1/50th scale. You can see I currently have 3 in my collection. There are only 2 available and they both have custom liveries. This one is a 3-piece one, and you can see I have the custom livery one over there, and this one is the high reach excavator. So before I start the review, there are 2 liveries of the 3-piece boom, and I currently have 1, and there's 1 livery of the high reach. I believe that the reason for 2 on the 3-piece is because the 3-piece is a much more popular model, and I will get to why it is. An estimated value of retail is $230 on the 3-piece and $240 on the high reach. Some model retailers sell them for cheaper, and some prices may be higher. The function on both of them are very nice, if I must say. The body and undercarriage are exactly the same on each machine, and that is unfortunate on the high reach because the pads are very skinny and the undercarriage is not wide at all. To get to the functions of each one, the high reach one, stick and jib can fold in all the way, giving it reach like that, which I think is very good. And while I have the stick straight, the tool can curl back as far as that, which I think is great, and it will curl in very far. It's actually so far that I have to turn the shear, and I think that's very nice movement. As I have the stick straight here, it comes out as far as there, and it will come in as far as right there, and you can see the attachment on it still has a nice amount of curl to it. The jib itself will come in as far as right there, and then it will straighten completely with the attachment for it. You could make it as a straight boom, and it will come down very deep. And you could achieve more depth if you bring the jib in. It will spin a 360, and this goes for both of them, so I'm just going to show it on this one. It will spin a 360, obviously. The tracks roll. You can remove the counterweight. I'm not going to show it in the video. And you can remove the track frames for transport. I'll make a separate video on how to do that. The functions of the high reach machine are limited for display, but not limited if you want to move it around like I am right now. And we'll have to tilt it up. The high reach has an abnormal sized jib, and it's like that for the market that it's sold in. It's sold in the Japanese market, the real machine, and that's why the model is like that. The jib and stick come in as far as that. The stick will curl out straight, and the jib will come up as far as there. Do keep in mind though, I did take one extension out of mine. And the extension is one of these blocks right here, because I think it makes it look more proportional with one of them out. Shown like so. You could pretty much put it in any position that you want. The tool has a very nice range of movement. It comes out as far as right there, as shown, which I think is nice, and it comes in very far as well. And it comes in good when you have your jib out. The only bad thing about it is the cylinders that hold up the boom are not very good, and they collapse under the weight of the boom since it's so large and it is die cast. That's really the only downfall of this model. Another downfall may be the visuals of it. It's not the most proportional machine, and I actually had to modify it to make it look a little bit better, and I have thought about modifying the stick. Overall, both models are phenomenal, and the obvious question when you are going to buy one is which one should you buy. And I'm going to have to say the three-piece boom, because there's more color variations, and I think that the model itself looks a lot better. And if you're going to get three-piece, there's another decision whether to get the orange one, the green one, or the yellow one that they make. And I would probably say go with the orange one first and then get the next ones later. The High Reach does offer the white version of it. I think that the white one is probably only worth half the value because of the color. I personally think it's very ugly. There's too much white to it. The decals on the model are nice and all, and that does take away from the white, but it is still too white. But if I have to decide, and I have to decide which one is my favorite, I'd probably say three-piece, and I'd say go with the three-piece as well. Both models come in the same boxes and everything. You obviously get more model with the High Reach, but it's harder to display, and the cylinders don't hold it at all. Especially the one that curls the stick. If you display it with the stick out, it will curl back in. I think it's a major manufacturing default by NZG, and I don't see how they released it like that, but they did, and that's the reason why I'm going to say go with the three-piece. So, along with that, the three-piece also has a better attachment. The High Reach